Okay. You also have to know, besides on the process, is the relationship with the ISO 9004. Basically, what you need to know is the 8 management principles. That is total quality management, which focus on the customer, focus on leadership, people's involvement, process approach, system approach, continual improvement, factual approach to decision making, mutually beneficial supplier relationship. So customer, I have briefed to you. Who are the customers? They are internal, they are external. They can be client, they can be stakeholders, they can be your board of directors, they can also be the authorities and the general public. Leadership. Leadership is not focusing only at one certain level per se. It is at all levels. Alright? Number 3, people involvement at all levels where applicable. Process approach, the core business process that I've drawn just now. System approach to management. This is, you're using ISO 9000, QMS, and other mechanisms as well. Continual improvement on process and functional problems. Factual approach to decision making, data and analysis. 8, mutually beneficial supplier relationship is a smart partnership. But partnership with who? Your subcontractors, your suppliers. They have to know that you are going for ISO 9000. They have to know that you are guided by a stringent quality management requirements. And you also have to know, in the construction industry, there are certain issues on safety, there are certain issues on environmental. So wherever applicable, you can include this in your method statements or your SOP. Alright? This depends on the contractual requirement, but most contracts will state that you need to take into account safety and environmental management. So we go back to scope. Assuming that you are hiring your own consultant, your own design consultant, alright, so the scope of work will change. Just now I said provision of construction services, provision of design management and construction services, assuming you have your own consultants in the design and build contract mode. So what you need to do is that you need to have mostly design and build coordination, design brief, calculation, detail, and amendment and changes. You must make arrangement for all this. Usually there is a procedure for it. Then you need to know the submission to the relevant authority, utility, concessionaries for approval. And the submission, example, design calculation to design consultants, engineers, architects for endorsement, and the finished drawing for approval, which is also for construction. So, assuming if you have design, if you are involved in design, your team has hired your own consultant and design and build a contract or turnkey, sometime in EPCC, okay, you have the design element. The contractor must apply the design element. This time, you can't say that you don't have design, and after the certification body auditors comes in, and they found out you do have design. You can't exclude that. Put it in your manual, put it in your procedure. When you talk about building construction, most probably it will consist of commercial and residential, low and high rise, civil, bridges, highways, road construction, earthworks, jetty, harbour, refinery, water treatment plant, and so on and so forth. Alright? So, remember, if you are in the construction industry, do not apply a system, an alien system that comes from a manufacturing industry, for example. That is not suitable. Even the terms are different. The concept might be the same, but the terms are different. In manufacturing, they use standard operating procedures. In services industry, sometimes they use SOP. But in the construction industry, they use method statement. It looks the same, but it's different.